Hello and welcome. We are back with the Patriots Roundtable here for CLNS Media. I am Nick Quaglia, sitting here with the normal host through the entire season, Mike Molyneaux, and Marv is on. Guys, we are back. We're going to be doing these more frequently through the offseason, so stay tuned. We're doing them every week. The date might change. Generally, these are going to drop Monday night, Tuesday morning. But the day of the week will change as we go on through the year, just as their schedules evolve, because we are people. We got a lot going on. So today, Monday, we record March 11th. The NFL tampering period has opened up. Teams can now talk to the NFL free agents. Let's talk about two of the biggest guys that are hitting the market for the Patriots. Trey Flowers, defensive end, Trent Brown, left tackle. Two guys who the conversation through the year when talking about the free agency was, who do you keep? Can you keep one? If you had to keep one, who do you want? It kind of seemed like the consensus amongst fans was they're going to be able to hold on to one. One of the guys protects Tom Brady's blind side and Trent Brown. The other guy gets to the quarterback and has been pretty successful at it, putting a lot of pressure. But as it looks like, they're both going to be heading out the door. Trey Flowers is going to Detroit on a 5-year deal, something around $16 million to $17 million per season. And Trent Brown will be going to the Raiders, who are a story of their own. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Apparently, they don't even have enough money to make any more deals after this.
Nope.
Trent Brown will be going to the Raiders. He's now the richest offensive lineman in NFL history on a 4-year deal worth $66 million, $36.75 million guaranteed. So, guys, let's just get a little reaction. How do we feel about the Patriots losing out on two of the top guys that let's call them what it is, two of their top guys heading to free agency? Marv, we'll start with you.
First and foremost, man, I want Dante Scarnecchia to coach me. Coach me a little bit of how to play offensive line.
He could turn you into the best offensive lineman in football.
I believe it. I believe it. Will get us, like we like to say, out the hood. If he coaches me just a little bit of how to be an offensive lineman, Mike, Nick, we out, man. I'm gonna get us all houses because this guy gets people paid. We saw it with Soldier last year. We see it this year with Trent Brown. $66 million. This guy who will never live up to that contract, no matter what.
Never. Never.
Like, even if he has a great year, he could never live up to that contract because he has to be the greatest offensive lineman to live up to that contract. And that's not going to happen. So, you know, Trent Brown, as great as he was, Patriots have replacements for him. You got Flemings, you got Wink coming back from injury. So that doesn't hurt as much. But the Trey Flowers one, as you know, throughout Roundtable, throughout the post-game show, all three of us really have been saying, pay that man. If there was a guy you want to see the Patriots, you know, break the bank a little bit for, was Trey Flowers. What, 4 years in, he could have been home and grown, 4th rounder. It would have been nice to see the Patriots, you know, really pay him after a stellar years that he's had with us. So that one hurts right here, especially knowing that he went to Matt Patricia, who they're having their own little Midwest Patriots league over there. So Trey Flowers, that one hurts, but, you know, bringing in Bennett, you know, Patriots are going to continue to wheel and deal.
All right, Mike, before we jump over to you guys, let me tell you the Patriots Roundtable is powered by 1 in 100. Enter for a chance to win Celtics tickets for less than the price of a beer. We know beer's a little expensive now when you go to these sporting events, but getting tickets for that price, not that bad. Simply go to clnsmedia.com/Celtics raffle to enter and win today. First entry is always free. That means nothing. No catch, $0. Zero. All right, Mike, what do you have to say? How do you feel about these two guys heading out the door?
Obviously, it's two big losses for the Patriots. If you look at Trent Brown and what he did over the course of last season, if I stand corrected, I'm pretty sure that Tom Brady, throughout the course of the postseason, did not get sacked until the Super Bowl. I think that's correct. Right. And, you know, part of that is the offensive line and Trent Brown being a part of that offensive line and what he was able to bring to the table in terms of protecting Tom Brady. But similar to what Marv said, I really honestly believe Dante Scarnecchia can pull anybody off the street and put them on that line and have them do a hell of a job. So, yes, Trent Brown had a great season. It's the reason why the Raiders are giving him all the money in the world. But when you're an offensive lineman under Dante Scarnecchia, I honestly feel like you'll probably have one of, if not the best season or seasons of your career. On the defensive side with Trey Flowers, he'll be missed. He'll be missed. And once the news came out that he was going to the what team? I'm drawing a blank. I'm so sorry. Detroit. Yes, I was about to say the Titans because I think of Vrabel. All these guys under the Patriots.
You're thinking of the color blue.
Yeah, they take all the Patriots guys, these former players and coaches. But yeah, once Trey Flowers went out the door, I had a quick moment of, here we go again. The Patriots not paying for somebody that should keep, somebody that should stick around for years. We've seen it over the years. The Patriots have had guys who have solid a year or two or three, whatever the case may be, and then when the time comes to pay them, the Patriots just let them walk. One guy that stands out for me who wanted some money and who was still very good, Randy Moss. I talk about this all the time. I wish the Patriots paid Randy Moss, but years later, Trey Flowers, another situation where the Patriots didn't pay him. But then I really sat back and thought to myself, as much as we hate to see the Patriots not pay these guys, why don't they pay these guys? These guys can be the cornerstone of the franchise or a huge part of the offense or defense. The Patriots just keep winning Super Bowls and get into the Super Bowls and get into AFC Championship games. And it's just like a revolving door of players that come in, players that go out, players that come in, play great, they don't pay them, they go right out the door. And it just doesn't seem to matter. So as much as, like Marv, I feel Marv 100%, we were saying all throughout the season, hey, whatever Trey Flowers wants, pay that guy to keep him around long term. And the Patriots, in typical Patriots fashion, did not keep that guy around. And, some people are saying, hey, why didn't he take the hometown discount? I'm assuming the Patriots offered him something, not probably what the Detroit Lions offered him, but I'm pretty sure the Patriots brought something to the table. And Trey Flowers probably like, look, I got 2 rings from you guys. I'm trying to get paid right now, and I can't blame him for that. Going to get his money.
2 rings, there's no such thing as a hometown discount when you have 2 rings.
And you still pretty young in your career, make as much money as possible. So I can't blame him for that. But at the end of the day, I wish Trey Flowers and Trent Brown nothing but the best. And, I assume the Patriots will once again bring in solid guys who will, be key pieces to the team moving forward.
Look, what it comes down to me, because obviously these 2 guys are great talents, 2 of the best at what they do in the game. What it comes down to me, though, is what worries me more about with their departure. Because, Mike, you brought it up, and it's always a conversation around the Patriots. They always manage to figure it out, even when they let somebody like this go. I mean, you go back to Richard Seymour. The Logan Mankins one hurt a little bit, but Logan Mankins, one of the best at what he did ever. He's gone. I mean, they always tend to figure it out no matter what the circumstance. But the one that worries me more, and this is no slight at Trey Flowers, great at what he does. If the Patriots gave him $16 million a year, I wouldn't have been upset. But Trent Brown. Trent Brown is protecting Tom Brady's blind side. Tom Brady's going to be 42 to start the year next year. This is kind of, the offensive line is crucial at this point.
Yes.
You got to keep this guy healthy. And I know you drafted Isaiah Wynn last year. He was a guard coming out of Georgia. Somebody said that guy is a tackle. Listen, I don't care what the college scouts say. You got to tell me, you got to show me that you can be an NFL tackle in the NFL. Isaiah Wynn being your starting left tackle next year, I know there's a lot of confidence around this guy. It makes me nervous, not because of his talent, not because of how he did at Georgia, but because he tore his Achilles. And when you tear your Achilles, when you're a big guy like that, it's not something that you just bounce back. It's not something you just bounce back from. Like, that is something that can really be a detriment to your career going forward. And we'll see how he heals up. The guy seems like he's in good spirits all the time. He's a great follow on Twitter, very positive guy. But that's what worries me. I feel like you got to protect. You got to make the offensive line a priority. You got to protect Tom Brady. And Trent Brown really did a great thing this year for the team. But people also got to remember, before he came here, there was a question about his lack of effort. There's a question about his character. He came here, different story, fell into the Patriot way. Dante Scarnecchia got him. So let's see how this guy's attitude is when he goes to Oakland, because we know John Gruden not doing great with the team chemistry out there. Running Khalil Mack out the building, the best defensive player, and one of the best defensive players, I think, in NFL history, out the building. Your quarterback, not great. Now you've got Antonio Brown, who literally shoved his way out of Pittsburgh. That guy's got character issues. We'll see how Trent Brown does in Oakland. I think he would have done well here, but that's the one that worries me more out of anything. Guys, let's do this one real quick, 20, 30 seconds. Out of the two, just give me your quick answers. I kind of gave you who I think, what my answer would have been here. Guys, give me a quick 30 seconds. Out of the two, if you could have paid one, who would it have been? Mike, we'll start with you.
Trey Flowers, easily. Like I said, Dante Starnecchia, I think, can turn anybody into a solid offensive lineman. He showed it over the last several years. So easily, Trey Flowers, I would have paid him for sure.
Marv?
Definitely Trey Flowers, team guy, technical. He did everything you needed for that defense. He was one of your leaders. With Trent Brown, another thing we need to remember is, yes, he was great, but Tom Brady is not like every other quarterback. He gets rid of that ball quickly. You just mentioned Antonio Brown going into Oakland. Derek Carr needs 5-7 step dropbacks to get him the ball. So it's going to be a whole different game.
I still got to go Trent Brown just because I think protecting the 42-year-old quarterback is huge at this point. You got to keep the guy healthy. Banged up knee this year, as we figured out midway through the year. I mean, I just think keeping Tom Brady healthy is key if this team's going to win anything in the next 3 seasons, because this is the Patriots' goal next year, win another Super Bowl. Let's just keep bringing championships to New England.